what I have here is the makings of a very, very nice salad. I've got some rice that was previously cooked. I will cook the eggs and I will chop the sun-dried tomatoes, a red pepper. I'll take out of the tins and rinse off this, which is sweet corn, chickpeas. I'll chop up some of the sheep's cheese. I will very finely chop up a fennel, lemon juice, black pepper, balsamic vinegar, and this is, but you could use any, this is a nice tuna, and it was put in the jars and cooked in the jars in oil. So I shall use the oil from this, but if not, you can use an olive oil and mix the whole thing together. But I'll show you that after I chop everything up. While I'm chopping, I will put the eggs in to cook. That's it. Very simple. So in here, I have the tuna, plus the oil that it was cooked in. It depends on how much oil you've got in your tins or whatever you're opening as to how much you actually need of it. But I think I've got the wrong lid on there. Yes, I have. That's the one that came off that jar. Now, I'm going to add some pepper, making certain I don't forget it. I'm going to add vinegar. I'm not adding as much as you'd expect me to add because I've got some lemon juice to add afterwards. The chickpeas, they've been rinsed. Sweet corn. That was half that tin. This is the carrots that I've then grated. That's what I don't need of the fennel, because it was just too much. So just a third of the fennel probably is left. So I put this over here. This is how much cheese. This was about 3 slices, and this was 8 of the pieces of sun-dried tomato, but I've left them in chewy pieces because I want textures of soft squidgy, flaky, crunchy, sweet, and I particularly want chewy because that's the one that was missing with mine. Then I've got all of the crunch and sweetness. Then I've got the extra juicy parts. Now you've got most things that you could possibly think of putting in texture-wise. And I've also got a variety of colour. Colour's important in a salad because otherwise it just looks like a heap of green stuff that you'd give to a rabbit. Now then, I add my rice. Now this was previously cooked and it was part of a recipe for tomato farci. So it's got little bits of tomato in it and little bits of onion in it, but it doesn't have to have anything in it because this is quite a lot of stuff to go in it. I think there's not enough in the way of oil in there, so I'm now going to add this one here because this is a fruity type of oil. Sorry, I put my fingers all over the name. That's a fruity one, but any virgin olive oil would do. Add a bit of that. Now I'm going to mix it with my hands because it's the only way really you can mix anything, to be honest, and get it to be mixed without... I find that it would stick to the wooden spoons. I also flick it out of the bowl, and if I try to use metal spoons, it doesn't stick to them so badly, but they mush things up a bit, whereas hands are delicate and they're sensitive, and you can do a lot more with a pair of hands, can't you? So if you've got a thing about hygiene, then by all means put a pair of gloves on, but that probably just stops you picking up something. Now then, you've now got yourself a nice mixed salad, but I'm still not content with that. I've got everything you could possibly think of to eat in it, but one of the things that I like now is to add the zest of lemon and just squeeze it over the top as an additional zesty flavour rather than incorporate it into the sauce. I don't want to It's not a replacement for vinegar. It's just to add a vibrancy. Now you really have got a wide variety to attack your palate with. Now the other thing I'm going to do is just add, look at that. How could you not like to eat that? Look at the flavours in there. Now, I lay those on the top. They're still warm. Eggs and tuna just were made in heaven. And that's my salad. Enjoy. Okay. With the little bits of cheese. Oh, and it's so simple. All I did was just chop things up. And there's the crunch. You got the sweetness, you got the chewiness, you got the very savouriness of the little bits of cheese, and then this is so simple. The reason I did this is because it's a hot day and we don't want to make the house hot. So apart from cooking the eggs, there was no cooking involved. It really was just take it out of the fridge, chop it up, open a couple of jars. Well, and I guarantee all those people who say they don't like salad, they will like this. Paul doesn't like salad, but he eats this. He likes this, don't you, Paul? And you've got lots and lots of meaty things in there. You're using up your leftover rice recipe. It's brilliant. And I've also made enough for 4 people, not 2, because I'm not very good at doing things for 2 people. You'll like this. Okay.